like to welcome you to our regular monthly meeting, month of November, our town council meeting. At this time, I'd like to call on my minister, Mr. Jeff Talent, if you would, to have our invocation, then we'll follow that with our pledge of allegiance.
Can we just have it right here?
We have it right there.
We'll take my mask off first, so you can hear me. Let us pray. Lord, as we gather, as you provide this space for us to gather in this town of Lebanon, let us be encouraged. Let us be encouraged by your word, by your presence, and by us standing and bowing ourselves towards you as people who work in many different aspects in this town, people who come to you in many different places to worship. Ask for you to be with those who lead this meeting on this night. Be with us as we go forward from this place, and let us always keep you in mind in all that we do, loving our neighbors, and keeping attentive upon your cause, your will in our life. As we come together on this evening, in Christ's name, amen.
Amen.
Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Jeff. We're now on the agenda, editing for business, not on the agenda. Does council member, any council member have anything to add to the agenda that's not on here this time? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the agenda as presented?
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We've also received our minutes from our regular meeting in October, a reconvened meeting in October as well. So if you would, at this time, everybody had a chance to review their minutes, hopefully. Are there any additions or editing or any corrections to the minutes? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Further discussion? All in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Item 6 is the approval of accounts payable and asset purchases, capital asset. Mr. Blankenship, do we have any additions from tonight, bills that need to be paid?
No, sir. Mayor, if there's no additions, I'll move to approve October accounts payable.
Have a motion to approve the bills, accounts payable, is there a second? Second. Further discussion? All in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We're pleased to have with us tonight two of our area chaplains. Kevin, you and Eric, I'll turn this over to you all at this time, if you'd like to introduce and recognize these folks.
All right. Of course, we appreciate Eric and Chris helping us all three of us have been working on this quite a bit. And so if it's okay, I'll just let the chief, you go ahead and you introduce chaplains, and this will be a part of your departments.
Yeah, well, first off, I absolutely want to thank you guys for coming. And thank you for the service that you're going to be providing already for the department. And just to kind of let everybody know what's going on is, there's a lot of things that officers in particular see that they need just people to talk to, and they need to know that they have someone that they can confide in. And it just takes a load of stress off of everyone to be able to just reach out to people and have that. So all three of us got together and we decided we wanted to start a chaplain program within the department, and we had two individuals that graciously stepped up and agreed to do that for us. And I just, if you guys wouldn't mind to just kind of introduce yourselves, and we'll absolutely, hopefully get you in within this week to talk to every one of the police officers individually. But thank you for being here, and thank you for your service that you're providing for us.
You want to step up, Don? Well, Don will have to pronounce his last name.
I'm Dr. Don Van Pollen, pastor of Green Valley Baptist Church, and I'm excited for the opportunity to serve the community through being chaplain to the police department.
I'm Jeff Talent, pastor of Lebanon Memorial United Methodist Church, and been in this area, as you know, Methodist Change, and been in this area going on 3 years. And it is my hope that being chaplain and working with the city, working with the police department, that will help elongate my time, and people won't want to move me or move us as fast as they normally do. But it is a great time as me and Don have worked together and worked with Chris and with Kevin, that I work with the police department, and something that they've needed, especially here lately, with a lot of things going on here in the town, that it will be something that is vital and something that will be encouraging and helpful to the policemen and also the firemen and EMS of this area.
Well,
God bless all of you.
Yeah, well, Jeff and I want to thank you all for your agreeing to serve in assistance with our police department. I think you made a good point. This year, for all of us in this community and in this country, but particularly here in Lebanon, we've had it's been some difficult times for our employees, particularly our police department. Some of the things that they've faced here in a matter of, it seems to me, like back months here. It's kind of running a road here, and it is encouraging that we have folks such as yourself that we can turn to help our guys and ladies do their job and heal from things that they may be exposed to. And I also would ask you not to forget all of our employees and our governing body. We all have had difficult situations to deal with and operate in the town. It's just been a strange time, is all I know how to say it. But we do thank you for your service, and this time I'd like to ask any council members for their comments while you folks are here.
I appreciate you very much doing this for us.
You're welcome.
Anyone else?
Thank you all. You had the full support of the council. Just to add on to what the mayor mentioned, I ask you to pray for our citizens as well.
Yeah, we greatly appreciate you guys taking the time out of your personal lives to come, help support the town employees, especially the police department. Just touch on what the mayor said. It's been a pretty rough couple of months here with, car accidents and different things that's taken place. So we just want to thank you for that.
Anyone else at this time? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I was going to ask you to leave or the next meeting?
Don is free to go, you can't go. I thought you said you want to stay.
No, I told Cindy to warm up supper and I'd come home and eat.
Just kidding. You're good.
Hey guys, would you mind if we got a quick picture?
Sure. Hey, Jeff, you and Larry, Chris, Doug, Heather's fine yet?
Yeah.
Take pictures. Kevin.
With masks?
Steve, can we have council here?
Let me make sure I got your all set.
This is.
We got it.
Oh, if you wouldn't mind.
Yes.
What's she say?
You can count like that, count.
We need everybody to back, yeah, the group picture. The group picture. Everybody wants me, right?
We're going to look on either side of the chief.
Already looked, you there. We'll follow her directions.
Do you want
See
the
all my
other
prayers.
tax
That's
to
right.
take their mask off for a little bit to see the faces for the public? We got one over here without one, and
You want to stop taking that?
if you.
You got 15
It's
seconds.
already-
Hurry up, as long as we're not together 15 minutes.
15-minute exposure time, we will.
No, nobody breathe. Nobody breathe.
I need to breathe.
Okay,
I'll wear one with the day.
hold on, let's see. Wait, let me see. Looks good.
They're back there, right, quick, will you?
Okay, guys, you ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you again.
Take care, brother.
All right, guys, buckle up. We're gonna work at it.
The next item, will be Mr. Farmer, Parks and Recreation.
How are you?
We're good, you?
Good. I'll give you all a little packet that I put together today. This is some information of how things are going at the recreation center. Got the memberships there so far. Is there anything specific y'all are want to hear about?
Well, I think, just, if you would, Shane, give us an update on how things are going over there. I know we're open, are we full open?
We're fully open. Currently, right now, fitness class wise, we've got, I think it's 11 classes going on per week. And I'll give you a little printout there of what's going on. We start usually at 9 a.m. in the morning, and usually have 2 classes on Mondays, Wednesdays. One class on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and then at the evening time, we've got, on Mondays, we've got 2 classes. Tuesdays, we've got 1 evening class. Wednesday, we've got one spin class. And then Thursdays, we've got 1 pound class. So it's a pretty full schedule. A lot of folks are coming. Most of the folks that are memberships, most of those folks come to those fitness classes. So, and I even put on there an average of what we're having per class, stuff like that. So, for instance, like disco aerobics for the morning, the most we've had is about 11. We're averaging 6 or 7 every day. So it's been consistent. Sometimes it's more than that, but I say the highest amount so far now is 11. And now, like if you look at our spin, we only have 8 bikes plus the instructor's bike. So Mondays, it's usually full. All 8 bikes are taken. Wednesdays, doesn't always fill up. It does some nights. Some nights it's usually 5, 6 people. So Wednesday nights is not as popular as the Monday night spin class. But on occasion, we still feel those 8 bikes too on Wednesdays. The pound classes of the nights, those are probably our biggest classes. That's Tuesdays and Thursdays. And they, the most we've had is about 23, 24. And we average somewhere around 10, 12 a night. So those are pretty popular. So overall, during a week, it's right around 80 attendees for those classes. And I put in your packet too the November fitness class schedule. I'll put that in there for you to look at. Then gym attendance, gym's starting to pick up too.
You know, we've got open gym Sundays, that's from 4 to 8. The most we've ever had is about 15, and we average about 7 or 8. That's usually what it is most Sundays. We just started open gym volleyball on Mondays. That's 4 to 6. That was tonight. I think they had, tonight was the biggest group they had. I think they had 11 in there today.
Start with it.
And then tonight also starts volleyball league. It seems like it's going to be pretty popular. We've got 7 co-ed teams and 3 women's teams. So in the co-ed, we've got 67 participants, and in the women's, we've got 19 participants. So it seems like that's going to be pretty popular. We just got over 3-on-3 basketball, which I updated y'all on, and we had a league champion in both women and men's. We had 4 women's teams in that, and 6 men's teams. We probably participant-wise, we probably had about 20 women or girls that played on the women's league, and then we had 36 participants in the men. Coming to those Monday, Wednesday night games, in the league, we averaged about 55, 60 people a night. So it's decent crowds each night. I figure that'll be a lot like what the volleyball league too. An open gym now, right now after school, we've been having some kids come in. Averaging about, anywhere from 5 to 7 kids that'll come in just after school and they'll just play basketball. Buy waters, buy drinks, so they're coming in using the facility. We also have some folks that come in during the daytime and just walk in the gym. So, Mr. Darrell Fields, y'all know Mr. Fields, he comes in every day. He's there, he's every day he comes to walk. Does about 20 laps and goes home, so. But, that's the gym attendance. It's picked up really well too. Gym scheduled, for travel basketball practices too. That starts this month. We're doing it monthly right now, just because it's such a precious commodity right now. Teams can't find gyms, can't use anything, so it's tough to find space. So for this month, for the month of November, travel basketball practices are Tuesdays, 5:30 to 7. A 6th and 7th grade Lebanon team has it. 7 to 8:30. 11 and 4th and 5th grade team has it. On Wednesday from 4 to 5:30 before volleyball, there's a team from Belfast that wanted to use it, so they're coming in that spot. That's a 4th and 5th grade team as well, it's girls. Thursdays, 5:30 to 7, 11 and 4th and 5th girls practice in there, and then 7 to 8:30, a 6th and 7th grade Lebanon girls team practices in there. Friday, 4 to 5:30, the Learning Center. They're 9 through 12 grade girls. They come up and use the gym on Friday early. And then at 6 to 7:30, 11 and 4th and 5th grade boys use it. Saturday mornings right now, 9 to 10:30, 11 and 4th, 5th grade girls team practices. 11 a.m. to 12:30, 11 and 6th and 7th grade boys team uses it. And then 1 to 2:30, 11 and 4th, 5th girls. So it's getting utilized pretty much. And then if we have open time slots in there, somebody wants to come in and play basketball or whatever, they can come in and play. So we've been doing that too. That's pretty much.
Community rooms, I mean, this.
The community rooms, I didn't do a little report on it, but the community rooms, I did update you, this past Friday. The community rooms are reserved for 21 days for the month of November. We actually added probably 2 today, Colin, so it's probably up to 23 days now. Right now it's 10 or 11 days in December, and I already have 5 days in January. So those are getting booked up quick now.
I understand Brad and Kevin, maybe Billy and the crew and you, have we gotten some maintenance issues corrected over there?
Yes,
As far as things that were
the
missing?
weather strips, Mr. Robinette took care of those, got those at 11 o'clock and installed them. Those are much better than they were it up today. That's what it looks like anyway. When I left, it looked like it was finished, so, it took them a little while to get it, but I think they've got it now. That was the two big major things that needed to get done. The only thing that's left pretty much is that signage for the outside for the building. And then the water filling station where we can put those, water coolers over, so.
Brad, what's the latest on that? On the
I
water?
spoke with Hunter,
Did you?
Arnold, and called him, he never responded.
Yeah,
So I just called him. So I just called him, and he's supposed to get back with me this week regarding how much they had allocated to spend on those. And once I figure that out,
Okay,
it's just a matter of ordering, and it can be here just like the things.
okay.
Well, we need to make sure though that it fits those
Yeah,
water fountains.
he was getting me all that information, so we knew
Because that's what happened the first time is it came in, but it didn't fit.
they didn't measure for those.
So we gotta make sure that that fits. And, one other thing I found out today is the safety padding for the beams in the gym. They shipped Friday, so they should get here pretty soon and they'll install those, so that'll be finished as well. I forgot about it until he messaged me today.
Shane, on these basketball leagues, volleyball leagues, are we charging per individual per night, or do they have a league fee?
League fee is $10 per person. So they pay one time $10 fee and they don't have to pay anything else.
We're charging each spectator $3.
Yes. Anybody that comes to watch, they're charged $3 to come in right
We're not charging like kids if they're with their parents.
now. If they're teeny tiny, yeah. But if they're old enough to know what's going on, then yeah, they're getting charged $3.
Kids come up after school, you charge them $3?
Yes. Any other information?
Council, have any other questions for Shane? Well, go ahead. No, I was just gonna look at the statement.
Okay, I was just wondering, as far as, based on your gym, the leagues, the basketball and the volleyball, and your classes, about how many, because I'm assuming that Jennifer's there every night.
She's not there every night, but
Okay.
Alyssa, it's either her or Alyssa that's every night.
And it's just, is it enough for just Jennifer to do by herself and then Alyssa to do by herself? Or is it becoming busy that you need them plus one other person?
Oh, we've got more people working than that. We've got, like tonight during volleyball, we're so busy. We've got supervisor and then probably 2 to 3 staff.
But they're having to sanitize all these places all the time also.
That's
It's
right.
not just them being there to,
So we gotta keep it clean,
Yeah, we got a screen, everybody comes in the building.
right?
We temperature check everybody comes in the building. And all that. So that's fitness class wise, that's anybody goes to the gym wise. It's just, we are turning those hours in on COVID hours too. So.
COVID hours.
And I think October, if I'm not mistaken, in October, I wrote that down somewhere. I think we had a staff-wise, just my staff, was 142.5 COVID hours.
Are you promoting things on our social network?
Yeah, I'm trying to do that
JL,
pretty much daily.
keeping the community informed of what's happening, or what's available, I mean.
Yes.
I saw that today. He explained, what open gym was. Though some people were informed, thought
Yeah,
that
they
it
didn't
was
understand
just.
they wanted to know what open gym was.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
So are you having complaints, not maybe complaints, but comments from the community that there's not enough time for community just to use it, or saying that it's being,
I haven't had any of that at all. Nobody's made that statement to me at all.
Okay.
Shane, are we gonna be able to fit in another round of basketball league before youth basketball in January?
I think if we did it in the month of December, we possibly could. That would be when we would have to do it.
The last one, did it run 6 weeks? 4 weeks?
It ran the whole month of October, so 4 weeks.
Okay. If we did it in December, 2 of the teams I know will be done in December.
Right.
So if you did a league and then it ran over in January, we could start youth league after that.
Well, and two, I've been doing these leagues, even the volleyball league now, it's on Monday and Wednesday.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, those youth leagues and youth teams don't want to go on a Monday or they don't want to go on Wednesday. So it sort of works out anyway. So I think we can do it, even if we extend it into January a little bit, I think it would work out okay.
One question I have,
Okay?
and it might just be your preference,
Right.
but a lot of times I see, whenever you make a Facebook post, it's a picture
Right.
of a picture.
Right.
Can you not just upload that from the computer, or is there?
I'll be honest.
I didn't know if there was a reason.
Well, the reason, I'll be honest, I've never gotten on Facebook on the computer. I'm just being honest. I only get on my phone, so I usually take a snapshot of what I want to post and just post it that way. I never get on the internet. It's for Facebook, so
Okay,
that's the only reason it's like that, so.
all right. Maybe we could try and do that, so those pictures you do are more clear.
Right.
That's the only feedback I've heard is those might could look a little better than
Right.
just a picture on a picture,
Right.
you know. But I think it's easy to fix there.
The biggest thing is remember my password to get on and on the computer.
And then every Facebook thing that you have, is JL also sharing that to the town site? Are you all communicating that way?
Not really. We haven't been. He hadn't, if it's something major, he reposts it or something, but nothing like we, just daily stuff, he doesn't do that.
Only concern I have, Shane, is when we've got multiple employees working, say like tonight, just make sure that they're staying busy. Because I know that sometimes it gets redundant to walk around and, wipe doorknobs and things like that off, but a facility that big, just make sure that they're not.
Well, they're still cleaning every hour. I
Sure.
mean, I'm not there to see that, but
You can share that with Jennifer.
Yes.
Then.
Jennifer,
Jennifer and your supervisors, just,
yeah,
it's not that's their job.
yeah,
It's not their after-school
right,
homework
yeah,
session,
right.
so.
And that was something that was kind of brought to my attention is the town paying the staff to do homework or they should be out doing this, just be mindful of that.
Yeah.
I've had the same comments. Just, there's a lot of people in and out there, and then there's 1 or 2 kids always kind of doing homework,
Okay.
so.
When does the travel basketball practice start?
They started last week, actually. So it's a month of November. And then we'll revisit that in December.
Then when do they play, Brad? December?
They will have to play somewhere other than here.
I mean, when do they have games?
Whenever,
Saturday, Sunday?
Saturdays, whenever they can find a tournament to play in.
That's kind of Kingsport, John City.
Yeah.
How long's that go on?
The boys I know are 5 weeks. I don't know about the girls, but the boys are entered in a league in Kingsport for 5 weeks.
We used to go through March with Sarah. Shane, you also have this in our packet.
Yeah, that's just something that I was thinking about doing. It's not been advertised, it's not been done anything with. I mentioned it to the mayor
You want to tell us a little bit about it?
I can,
Kind of
yes.
the concept behind it?
Yeah, it's just a new event that I thought about, and I even mentioned it to you, you know, a while back. It's just, first annual Christmas bike night. It's just simply with that, folks just decorate their bikes and then bring it to the park, and they can ride around the track at the park. Nothing, doesn't cost anything. You just show up with your bike and, decorate it with Christmas lights, Christmas decorations, whatever, and it's outside, so, it was just something new, I thought different, that we could, do community-wise, and, just be something, it's not been done around here, it's been done in a lot of other cities and towns and stuff, and I just thought it might be something neat to do here. And I'm planning for that on December the 10th. That would be after the Christmas parade, same week, or actually the next week, I guess, is the Thursday.
Yeah, the Christmas parade is 7.
Yeah, so it's that same week, I guess, the Thursday.
I did have one more thing. I mentioned to you before, T-shirts. Did you take care of that?
I've got some ordered, yeah,
Awesome.
she made a mistake I ordered 3 2XLs, or 3 XLs, and she thought I wanted 3 XLs.
Yeah.
So she got that mixed up, so that's all they're done except for that, so.
They were bought locally too?
Clear down.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. And one thing, too, even with the Christmas bike night, it's a new facility, we don't have any Christmas decorations. I need to know, can I purchase that for, the handrails, the stuff outside over there, some stuff for inside? I need to know, do I have any kind of budget or anything like that?
You don't have any budget.
Diane, we had some trees that Walmart donated last year, we said we would use in the gym.
I think if you look too, if you talk to Billy, there are extra lights around here as well. But Shane, for me, unless the council disagrees, if you could work with Deanna
Okay,
on that.
okay.
But I'm pretty sure, you remember when we did all those lights, there are extra lights probably down at the old cannery.
Okay.
And we have the trees that we used from Santa.
Yeah, the artificial,
The artificial trees are there. I mean,
they're somewhere.
We got, I remember last year Diane called and said, Walmart had their trees, the big trees they had, that they would donate to us, and we,
Oh,
so we could.
donations always get taken.
I mean, they did already,
yeah, we like that.
they already had
You care to work with, and coordinate that over there with Shane?
fine.
And then, I mean, something easy, we could just do those on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be easy and they would be.
Yeah, I think it needs to be decorated.
Yeah. Well, too, the older lights that used to go on the poles, those are not used anymore, not used everywhere, so there's extra some of those. And we may put those around the ball field
I think around the park, we definitely need some.
because they all have outlets there, because they would be easy to put up.
Yeah.
Very good. Anything else, Shane, at this time?
All right, just one more with this. Is this something that we need to go ahead and approve? So if we do this, he's gonna have to go ahead and get the word out, and then Shane, maybe next month, some other ideas moving forward into next year.
Right,
Some things that bring the community together, some things we can do outside.
yeah.
I mean, we are right now planning to have our Cedar Fest, so we need to move forward as if we are gonna
And
have.
I've already got Appalachia coming to that for y'all,
Okay,
so I reached out to them and got them for sure.
so we're gonna need several.
They've already got
food
some
trucks.
of these for that, so,
So that's just moving forward into next year,
right.
what are some events, like the things that we already have planned, but maybe some events like this that we can
Right.
really look at forward at, having. So, Mr. Mayor, do we need to go ahead and discuss this, or allow him to move forward, or
As far as the
Christmas lights?
Christmas light bike ride, or is,
You haven't made a motion for anything else? Basketball leagues or anything?
that's what then,
Just do it if he wants to do it.
how do you feel
I'm good
about
with
it?
that.
Oh, I'm in favor of it. I
I
think
think that's his job.
I mean,
I don't think we have to.
I don't think we-
everything he does.
Just, but do post it. and
Oh, yeah, it'll be,
communicate.
I may even, for this one, I may even run the advertisement.
You know, talk to Heather, promote it, you know.
I'll do it.
I do have a question.
Okay.
Since we're gonna have kids and bicycles, should we cone off some of that parking lot area over there, just so they're not in between cars?
Yeah, we'll probably do something like that, yeah, we'll take care of it, we'll figure it out,
And
and,
from a safety standpoint.
yeah.
You may get somewhere to, you may highlight bicycle.
Yeah,
You may
Yeah.
put a children's Christmas bike night, something like that.
right,
Have a bunch of Harley Davidson show up,
yeah.
Christmas lights on.
What?
Bunch of Harley Davidson
No,
show
no
up.
Harleys. That's a good, well taken there.
Yeah, put an age group.
Big letters.
Well, I like for the whole community to do it, so,
Yeah.
there's some people ride bikes and kids, so,
Not just bicycles, but tricycles.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll make some advertisements for it.
Okay.
Anything else? Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Shane.
Is someone wanting to speak to us back there?
Yes.
Normally it's at the end, but you've been patient, so we're gonna go ahead and let you come on up and identify yourself. And
Okay, I wasn't sure if I was supposed to say, no, I'm sure about it. I'm Jacqueline Morel Wooler, and I'm the pastor of Emmanuel Baptist Church. I hope you can hear me.
I can hear you.
But we've had a problem with water running down at the entrance of the church on Cleveland Road.
Yes.
And it's made such a deep and wide ditch. You know, we want to have it paved, but we need to have some kind of pipe put in there so that water will run off in the way it should go. I know there's a house sitting on the side of the church, and I think if it's directed the wrong way, it might run, you know, down there. I'm not sure about that, but we're asking for help to get that pipe in.
Well, we ought to help you. I think we will help you.
Oh, thank
I
you.
think Mr. Gilmer had a question, or he mentioned something to me about it. I'm sorry, Scott.
Well, I talked to Ms. Smith briefly about it, and I wish that I had a chance, or send our superintendent out to look at it.
Already.
But if you have looked at it, is it on the street, State Street right away?
We actually met with a gentleman from your church. Just so happens, I think he works for maybe for another department or something, but I saw him here and he was asking me about that, so I went ahead and just rode over there and I had Billy and I think Hank. So we went over there and looked at it. What's happening is the adjacent property, there's a lot of water coming off of their property and it's a tremendous ditch. I'm telling you, it might be a foot deep. They've actually had to put some cones around it just to drive in off the entrance just to get in there.
You talking about the property above the church?
Yeah, well, to the side above, it's flowing like a ditch all the way through and it comes right close to their entrance. So it's, something needs to be done. The issue is where the water's coming across onto their property, it's not on town property, it's in between their two properties. But we can, I think, be involved somehow to help them, because if they can somehow channel that to come straight to the street, then like we normally do, we go ahead and put pipe in, and we've looked at it, we can help with them. The issue is how do we address where it's on the private property right there. But it's definitely, I mean, it's definitely a need.
Sounds like a good project for mountain movers.
Yeah,
Help the church.
that's right.
Well, Kevin, what about when it gets to Cleveland Road? Is it a problem?
We can handle it from there because that's on our right of way, and we can accommodate with that.
There shouldn't be a problem on Cleveland Road, is there? That whole thing's a ditch. the water has to get there first though, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's the issue, the water's not actually getting to the culvert, or to the.
Right, so,
Toward them.
yeah, so what needs to happen before we even talk about the water coming onto them, right there at the street, there needs to be a pipe right there over their entrance and let the water come and hit that drain,
Right.
you know, and hit the pipe and go through. So we can take care of that pretty easy.
And will that help drain it from coming off the property to allow it to freely flow through there, Kevin, as far as if we go ahead and do that?
Yeah, we can go ahead and do that. The problem is you gotta channel it into us. See, that's the
From the
issue.
other
Your
From
house,
the other person's property.
and it comes, and I mean, it's
So
really bad.
Let's do this, if I understand that correctly. Can you speak or find out who that property owner is and maybe talk with them and kind of come to try to see if they can help us out in channeling their water to the street versus through the church's property?
Is that where the Ashland trucks park at?
I think so.
Yes.
Jason Lincoln's owns that property.
That's right.
Who?
Jason Lincoln.
But it's definitely a problem, and you can just drive up there and see it. I mean, it's just like a creek coming straight all the way down.
Are
Then
you all
it hits their
prepared-
property, and it's probably, I would guess, about a foot deep. It's,
Are you all prepared to pave now, or?
We are prepared to pave. We've had a problem finding a paver. We had one, but he left in March to go to the Philippines,
Okay.
and he has cancer, and he got stuck over there during COVID, and he had to have surgery for his cancer, so his brother told me he really didn't think he was gonna make it back. So
But you're prepared, you all are prepared to do that?
Yes.
Okay.
So we need, well, two things need to happen. You need help on private, the owner of, we need to talk to Mr. Lampkins about taking care of the water to the road. And then once it becomes our right-of-way issue, we take it from there, as far as the entrance and the gutter and the piping. Is that correct?
yeah, well, what happens is they pay for the pipe, and we do all the install.
But if it's on, anything that's on our right of way, we're gonna take care of the cost, correct?
Yes,
The pipe included.
yeah, if it's on our right of way, we'll take care of it.
As far as the piping goes on the private property, is there any, would earthwork take care of the problem, or is it gonna take pipe, Kevin? Or do you know yet?
Well, there's so many paths. I mean, you can see it. It's like, and I mean, it's several ruts that's coming right there in that area. You need to somehow to be able to deter it away or catch it and then channel it to the street somehow. There's several ways you can do it.
But you're talking about a piece of private property.
That's the problem. Getting it there is the problem. Taking care of it in the street, that's no issue.
Before you were the pastor, all that great work was in the works.
It wasn't as bad, but it's gotten worse.
Give advice to have it fixed.
What if you send Robert and Bailey up there and let them?
Robert and Billy, that was it, wasn't Hank, it's Robert. Robert and Hank, Robert and Billy and me, and the gentleman, I'm sorry, I forgot his name.
Kelly, Kente.
Okay, so he talked to you about it, us talking with
His
him?
sister.
Yeah, we all looked at it, there's several ways you can do it. What's got our hands tied is we're going on private property and fixing it, without
Back to
your permission.
Back to what I said, we need to get in touch with the property owner. Get with him to see if he can't help us fix that issue, to discuss what we
Tell
will
the
do.
church.
Right.
To keep the
Right.
water off the church. I mean,
Right.
It's coming off his property on the church.
You need to drive by there and look at it, it's pretty bad.
I can imagine.
I mean-
But it's on a piece of private property that joins the church. We need to talk to that property owner, see if he can help fix the runoff issue, because it's not just, he can't just let that happen.
Y'all want to take
Because
That's the first step.
He's got Kaiser's cousin.
No. I know Jason, I don't think he'll have any problem with it.
Well, we just need to get, okay, here we go again. We need to address this concern as soon as possible.
I agree.
So I want to pave it this year, right?
Yes, we And waiting all year, and, you know, it's been one thing
If
after.
they're ready to pave it,
We're ready.
we can even probably help them install a French drain. That's what I'm saying. If you're ready to pave it, that'll change the type of ditch that we can help you with. But if you're not ready to pave it, you have to go a whole another route, maybe. So,
Excuse me, could I
Sure.
say something? One of the reasons why we haven't paved is because the people that was gonna pave it said it wouldn't do any good, the type of paving we wanna put down, cause all that water was just gonna wash it away.
That's right. You told you
And
right.
so that's one reason it's holding us up, is so much water, it comes alongside of the church and it's muddy down.
Yeah.
It's right along the church. And we'll put gravels in there, if we have a big storm, the ditch is right back, just like it was.
Sometimes we women get out early in the morning before church to try and shovel water in there so the cars can get in.
And that's what I'm saying, we need to get up with Mr. Watkins, address this property issue, and help the church, when they're, particularly if they're ready to pay, we need to get it ready, and whatever we do that's on our right of way, we need to do that
Right,
to expedite their concerns,
that's right.
Thank you.
okay? That's
Yeah.
what, is that what we're saying?
Yeah, we have to take it out, we need to get our part done.
So, somebody just needs, Diane, man, you know Jason? You know how to get up with it?
I just sit Brady's phone.
Oh, okay, well, somebody, we will address it, how's that?
Okay, thank you so much.
Can you have the gentleman to reach out to me again
Yes,
and just give me a call or call here at the town hall?
okay.
And I'll return his call or something.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you
Thank you
all.
all very much.
Okay, we're back to new business, it's bid opening time for pavement.
If there's a man in the paving business, he can fix you up.
Well, speaking of
Diane, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Good night.
Is that when yours go fields? All right, now, about that.
I don't need no.
This is from W&L Construction, Diane. We'll give you the unit price per ton. Have all the documents that we need. You ready?
Yes, sir.
$86.46. $86.46. This bid is from Bizzack, B-I-Z-Z-A-C-K Construction.
Change that. You're right. It's a funny name.
We call it, you ready? Unit price per ton, $89.25. 89.25. So we've got, let's see, we got all the documents from both of them. What's the council's pleasure? We have W&L at 86.46, Bizzack Construction at 89.25.
This would be for a 3-year term, Mayor, is that how we did it?
Was it great?
It's a 3-year cycle.
I make a motion to award the bid to W&L Construction.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Thank you. Thanks, sir.
Okay, now we have a bid opening for bridge inspections.
How many bids we have, Mr. Mayor? Three.
This first bid, RS&H. RS&H. Well, I'm looking for a figure here. This appears to be proposals, Kevin. I'm not finding them.
The guy with Swartz told me that we had to do a proposal on that. We had to word it like that.
So how do we determine how do you determine who gets the bids? You appoint a
Because I
committee.
sent it to Kevin Tiller for him to look at.
So Kevin, how do we determine?
Well, I would have thought they would give you a figure when they submitted their proposal.
That's what
Yeah, because I gave him a list of the bridges that was up to be inspected.
All right, let's see what we got here.
That's from who?
This was from A&I Engineers.
What?
A&I Engineers.
Tony, backing up, where's RS&H out of? Avenue.
Well, it's also a proposal.
Where they out of town?
Richmond? No? Wait a minute, getting mixed up here. Yeah, here we go. Little Cedar Creek Bridge. That's the only one that's listed on here, Kevin.
Okay.
$13,750. And then Summit, out of Asheville, North Carolina.
What is it?
What was you say?
What was that last one?
You mean the figure?
No, the one you're doing now.
Summit.
You're doing now.
Oh, the one we're doing now is Summit. Summit Design Engineering out of Asheville, North Carolina. I'm gonna read this to you, Kevin, see if this is right.
Okay.
We propose providing the 11 base inspections noted above, which is the ones I guess we bid out. Assuming one inspection each for the last 3 structures, along with load ratings for a base fee of $12,650.
For total then?
$12,650.
Okay.
12-3.
And it will be in $12,650.
Kevin, is any 3 of these companies tied in with the company that currently has done our bridge work in the past, Schwartz? Or did they not bid on the project?
That's what we was wondering. I thought they were giving us a bid. I was surprised that he wasn't up there.
You don't reckon they're part of,
No, they don't recognize. I know Summit. I know they're not a part of it.
well, they're out of Richmond. So where's Schwartz out of?
No.
Lynchburg?
Yeah, I think it is Lynchburg, I believe.
Lynchburg.
Yeah.
R&H is out of Abilene. I'm thinking what we ought to do here, this is a little gray to me.
Mm-hmm.
What was that, Tony, that
I'm
comment?
a little gray on these proposals. I don't know if we're comparing apples to apples here. So I'm thinking the finance committee ought to get with Kevin and evaluate these proposals. What do you think, Mr. Tiller?
I think that's a good idea.
Sounds good to me. You want to
Okay.
set a date now or later?
Well,
Later.
set it later.
So just call him tomorrow and text
We
him.
don't have to have it we've got to December to decide on this though.
One of our bridge, it's the Little Cedar, I think it's scheduled to be actually inspected December.
But Scott made a motion to go ahead and let Schwartz do it, didn't he?
The problem is we're out of
Bid the rest
contract.
of it out? Okay.
Yeah, the contract expired. See, they'd already sent us, before we were doing the bids and so forth, they had sent their package with all the costs, if you remember. So I don't know if he was.
That's what I'm saying, it appears.
Well, Tony, I'd like to authorize Kevin to go ahead and work with this local group. It's gonna be under his spending limit more than likely, because the cost estimate for just Cedar Creek Bridge from Schwartz was around $2,200. So I think we need to get that bridge done, on the schedule to get done immediately. And that should fall within his.
And work it out with the current group that we've just worked with? Or the
With Schwartz is what you're saying.
No, I'm talking about this, I'm talking about if this group, RS&H, local
Okay.
group, can inspect our bridge that is due to be inspected in December.
Okay.
I'd like to authorize Kevin to go ahead and negotiate that and try to get that done in December. I mean, we already have kind of an idea of what a reasonable market price cost is, because Schwartz gave us an estimate, and I think it was $2,200. So I think if it's in that range and you can, you know, start with that number with them, as long as it's reasonably close to that, I say we move forward if we can. In the meantime, I'd like to work with you guys, including Robbie, on ranking, these proposals, and getting additional information as well. Is the 1375, is that for all the bridges, the schedule that we provided? And maybe even try to move forward with getting some cost estimates with RSH as well. But I think anytime that you do, when you use procurement, you can accept proposals, and that's usually what you do. You rank the proposals, and then you go in and negotiate. And once you rank the highest proposal, you go in and rank the pricing or the cost. And luckily for us, Schwartz had already provided us an estimate, and now they didn't even bid, so there shouldn't be any conflict there. So at least we have, kind of a grasp of what we're looking at cost-wise.
Unless they were intended for what they submitted before to either bid.
That's the thing that's curious to me now.
And
Can Kevin clarify with Schwartz legally and see if that was their bid?
If they intended for that to be the bid.
Okay.
yes, and I think we ought to accept that bid also, since it was provided by the deadline.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
yeah.
Everybody
Okay.
good? Understand where we're headed here? Oh, let's go see the regular.
What it did. That's the one that would be inspected, the one we just searched, right, Kevin?
Up there where it's outside McDonald's?
That's the one we just did. That don't need inspected, that was already, it's the little cedar. I think
That is
that down
little-
That
to-
is Little Cedar.
Right here's the only other little thing you got.
I don't remember which bridge it is, it can't be
They
that.
have
because
to
that
come
was
back
just
to
the thing.
inspect the work that they did, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, let me just clarify all that.
Well, if we just did that one, Big Cedar, the only other one you got's out here at the
Lebanon.
11 block.
We weren't done too long ago.
We didn't we put in a new bridge up there about
Yeah,
3 years ago?
Yeah, but they're not doing anything but inspecting it, it probably needs to be inspected
Okay.
every couple of
Yeah.
years.
All right, so you're gonna clarify these questions.
Clarify everything, that's correct.
And then get with Scott and you all
Yeah.
set up a time to, rank these proposals.
Mhm.
Is that what you want to still do?
Sounds good, Mayor.
Okay, what we'll do.
All right. How's everybody doing? Hey, Tyler, you do me a favor. You see it clock there on the wall? Would you roll it back an hour, please? Cause I don't believe it's 10 after 8. I hope it's
We
not.
had a traffic problems, but overall it's been pretty good.
I think we need we don't do that now, so I think we
Yeah. Yeah.
I believe there's a state law. It's either 2, 3, I bet it's 2 or 3 years.
If they came to
The inspection on those bridges.
Yeah.
We built this.
Yeah, VDOT gives us our schedule. VDOT gives us the schedule.
That's why we got into this, because we ran out. Oh, yeah.
It has,
About 5 more minutes there, Tyler. to-
709. What's your size called?
Should be 709.
709.
That's what the old phone says.
We're doing better than what
Just see what you did, I get accused of that all the time.
Break the rest of it.
I got something coming up now that's slow down. CARES Act funds, next item on the agenda. So, before we get too far into this, let me update you on a motion regarding Christian Center. Mr. Lester informed me, he informed me that they've been closed since March, and due to health issues and COVID, they have, at this point in time, no plans to reopen at this point in time. In addition, CARES funds to the nonprofits have to be for direct services to citizens. It can't be used for electricity, utilities, etc. So,
Is that something Mountain Movers could do for us, Tony?
well, I was wondering,
And
how
can I
does Mountain Movers, do they get their funding from the Ministerial Association?
Yeah, see, basically, they work together, it's basically the same people, they're just different hats, per se. The Ministerial Association, they collect money, and they were connected right with the Christian Center, so they all mingled together, even before Christian Center closed. They really do a lot of good things, the Ministerial Association / Mountain Movers, whatever. It's just like the housing project that we did over here with Miss Music. I can't remember the quotes, but I think the lowest one was $13,000. A gentleman came in and quoted this lady for him to come back. You remember when we went over, that was the lowest. They have a ministry basically the construction ministry through the church, and the majority of them is from Rosedale Baptist. Pastor Jeff Kinder, he pretty much heads it up, and a lot of the deacons and so forth, but other churches somewhat will help, but the majority of them is from them. They are in the process right now of doing all of that work, and of course they do it as a ministry, which means it's free, and we just have to pay for materials. So we're able to do what we were going to do for $2,300 is their estimate. So we've got $4,some hundred left over. If we work with them again, we may be able to get 2 or 3 more people that's in desperate need. So the only thing I'm trying to point out is, if I was going to help anybody, they're definitely helping our people.
It's direct service.
It's direct service. They're busy all the time. You got to get on their list. And they go and they give their labor, and they help people.
Can I amend my motion, Tony? Is that the way we need to handle it, Kevin, since in the second, we need to amend their motion?
Yeah, you have to move to amend, and then have the second have to agree.
So he's got to do 2 motions, right?
Basically, yeah.
Make the first motion to amend the Christian Center.
To Mountain Movers.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second.
You second? Last time you second?
You're making a different motion.
Okay. We're good then.
Is that right, Campbell? He made 2 motions then.
Is this the motion that needs a second to be the same?
If you have a motion and second, you either have to withdraw it or amend it or vote. If it's been moved and seconded.
All right, do it this way. Make your first motion to amend the CARES funds donation to the Christian Center.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those same sign. Now your second motion to Mountain Movers.
To make a motion to donate $2,500 to the Mountain Movers organization.
Okay,
To the CARES Fund.
motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay. This time, I'm going to, I guess, ask Mr. Gilmer, Mr. Leonard, and Mr. Blankenship to talk about the status of our CARES funds.
I'll turn the floor over to the town manager.
Okay.
It's the first time I've looked at this document, Tony.
Beverly, of course, this is the document that she's been using, and of course you can see it being dated back, since we started this. But if you go down to the bottom, the expenses in October, this is where basically you need to look at, because the other stuff is in the past. So we had some expenses that went through the CARES Act per se, which was for 90,000. Then she's got listings of other expenses that possibly is planned to actually come through our accounting. So just looking at it, you have the expenses from the departments. So that's the expenses that we are still waiting to go through our accounting systems. There may be some things that's ordered that hasn't come in yet. So in other words, they've not been paid for yet. The estimated wages for November and December, she's estimated at around 9,000. She's going with figures that she basically has seen the last couple of months because we're still doing pretty much the same stuff. In other words, you have the employees at the rec park, you know, that's still coming and so forth, so they're in there. So that's an estimated around $9,000 because I think we're somewhere around $4,500 is what we've been averaging. So that's just a good estimate for the next 2 months. Laptops that we're still waiting on is the 4,800, extra cleaning and so forth. So you can see, and then here's the ministerial / Christian Center, which now is the mountain mover piece, the ministerial mountain movers. So it's still in there. And then there were some small expenses through the fire department estimated here. There is a question mark, if you noticed, on the dumpsters. We were told, and this is something that we can discuss and probably find out if this is something that we might could use. We have been told that a lot of other localities have been using some of their purchases in the dumpsters toward the CARES Act fund, just because, I don't know, maybe the more extended trash, I don't know. I just heard about it this evening. I told her to put it in there so that we can talk about this. So when we look at this, basically the bottom line, when we take out the funding or the funds that the fire department has that they've received through the county, basically the town has, this is a real good, pretty conservative number, you're looking at about $56,000 that we feel pretty comfortable that you could pretty much look about doing something with.
For December.
Well, the bathroom's not in there, is it?
Yes.
Is that part of the 90,000?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I do know it's in there.
Is that part of the, okay.
It also includes that COVID-19 cruiser, correct?
Yeah, both, I'm sorry, not both, just one of the cars, yeah. Let's see, somewhere in there.
I would imagine that's October expenses.
Mm-hmm. Yes, she just lumped it in there instead of,
90,000.
right. So this is the monies we got left as of today, and then we're given some estimations this month and next month, which is pretty close.
I'm gonna guess that we're gonna have, let's just say we have 56.
Okay.
Let's use that figure. Between now and December, we're gonna have more CARES funds or COVID expenses, are we not?
We looked ahead.
Each department,
Yes.
is that projected?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
$9,000.
Yeah.
So-
$9,000. There's 21,000, that's possible expenses, right?
Yes, from all the departments.
And then estimated wages that will be under COVID.
For November and December.
Okay.
And then even extra cleaning.
So, okay,
We try to give you a real close number.
that's pretty,
Where we're at.
that's a lot. Well, it's,
Are you sure you use this money for dumpsters?
Well, see, that's something I'm going to ask. If we can't, that's another, you can add $5,800 to 56.
How much is that for 2 of them?
Who do we ask?
When the guy called, Danny called him with the dumpsters, or we talked to him or whatever, he told her then, he said most places are using their CARES Act money to purchase these dumpsters. And so that's how they were aware that you could.
If we can do that, let's buy 4 instead of 2.
Well, that's what we would like to do. I was talking to Billy today, that if we can, we would like to buy, 2 or 3 more, because we really need it. We were only buying just enough to try to get by, because we're trying to watch our money.
Take a chance on it.
Let's take a chance on it.
Okay.
I wonder what the guidelines would be for dumpsters with COVID money.
Well, you're probably
Because you're
thinking,
exposing, our guys and your employees are exposed to potential hazard situation when they're operating and emptying operating those dumpsters.
Masks.
So we buy more dumpsters?
Well, if you look at the old ones compared to the new ones, they're probably, well, I guess it's considered sanitation possibly.
yeah. And what I can
Very
do,
broad terms.
and what I can do, we've got some more time. I don't have to order this tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
So I can find out and get more information on the reasoning behind, the philosophy behind it. My thoughts, just sitting there thinking, is, during COVID, I'm sure that there's a lot more garbage, a lot more trash, so the dumpsters are being used more, worn more. So you see, that's my thinking.
Let's just take a chance and get 4.
I'm willing to move forward with 2 additional.
I would say.
Without asking, without
Without
somebody telling us we can't do it. We can't buy a car or we
Get
have.
forward, don't ask any questions.
Now, just to make sure, just to make sure there are 2 of each. There's 2 6 or 2 4 and 2
2
6.
6 and 2 4.
And then $1,500,
Yeah, and it was to Mid-State, I believe it's Mid-State Equipment, is that right?
and that $1,500.
Yeah, so we're actually getting 4. That 58 is 4.
Do we need any
I
more?
thought we just approved 2 of those, Dole, that one size.
No, it was the 58.
No,
It's two
it was
different.
two
Y'all,
sizes.
they got 2
So
different
there's
sizes.
2 of the large ones and 2 of the small ones.
Yeah, basically 2 6, 2 4s,
For $5,800?
4 of them.
That's who we deal with most of the time.
Double our order.
Get 4 more.
Should put
All
that.
right, so I got the approval. Go ahead and order 2, another order, right?
That's right.
So that would take it down to right at 50,000.
That takes you to, that number would be $11,701.
So,
So you're gonna be getting 4 6s and 4.
yes, 4 of
4
each.
6s and 4 4s.
And trust me, we can use them.
Exactly, I know we can.
That takes you down to 44,915.
Well,
No, you just take 58, 50.
Yeah, see, the 58 is already included once.
Okay.
Take
So
58,
we're done
50,
with that.
56.
So it should take it close to 50.
Just, they're being used a lot.
Kevin, any idea how much it cost us to repair our trash truck when it was down there during
How much
the
is
time?
that?
COVID hit on it.
I'd have to
50,765.
just look and see, I don't know.
Here's something I'm concerned about. Are we prepared, if we're audited, to repay that money? If we need those anyway, I'm prepared to do it. But with the rest of this money, we've got 60 days, and I think we need to be conservative with those funds.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of draining these funds the 1st of October or November. We can spend money. I just think we need to just settle in. If we,
Just remember, you're gonna need to spend it by December 30,
that's,
when it goes back.
And you
I
might
can
not,
always do hazard pay. with
you might not spend all of this right here.
Good idea, don't you?
I thought that.
Estimated time.
Are you up?
Any seconds in the audit?
So bring us down to 50,765.
I think we're okay with the forecast, with the forecasted numbers, I mean, that helps.
I think we ought to do this. I'm gonna guarantee you that the county waste system who operates these, lives on these kind of dumpsters, et cetera. Is that Harvey? Who is that up there, Heather?
Well, Brian, wasn't it?
Brian Ferguson?
Is Brian, is he the one that takes care of buying the?
All the sanitation equipment? Brian first.
I guarantee
You're
you,
saying
Lonzo's
get
turning
Brown
loose
off
like
on
I won't
that.
tell you this, man. I say go for it, whatever y'all say.
I'm good.
So like I said, if it's something that we need anyway, we're gonna have to buy it. I'm fine with that, just this number over here. We get around 50,000.
Well, I just number in the album, that ain't, you may not spend that much.
He said it was conservative.
Yeah, it's conservative. It's pretty close, but it's a little on that side.
Just so we've got 60 days to spend $50,000. I don't think it's gonna be an issue. I'm gonna do it with 20 days left, because I went 60.
Let me hear from the CARES committee, what's your motions and direction?
Ish. I'm good with doubling the order. I mean, like Elijah just made the guess, the town manager, if it's something we need anyway, it's gonna be an expense probably in the next 1 or 2 fiscal years, if not next fiscal year. I think it's worth taking a chance on, so that's my opinion.
Motion.
Put that in form of a motion to, Mayor, to, use CARES Act funds to double our order on, current order on, sanitation, what do they call them, dumpsters?
Yeah.
Is there a second, Mr. Boone?
I'll second that, Mayor.
Any further discussion? All in favor of the motion, say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign.
Thank you.
Now, I want to go back to the trash truck, with the, how much, I mean, are we having to look at replacing a trash truck or, fixing it?
I just knew it had broken down when we were running on one truck for a while. And I was just wondering, I mean, I was just curious if this is covered, would not replace them, but repair it. So, I mean, it's, but I didn't want to push.
I think we ought to, let's do this. Give a Danny, Kevin,
Okay,
and find out what is the status of the garbage truck.
okay.
And are we, and ask him, or I'm assuming we're operational until our December meeting. He's gonna have to fix the truck.
Oh, yeah.
One way or the other.
No, I'm sorry. It's already been fixed. This was an issue. Was it maybe 3 months ago, Diane?
It was
Several months
It
ago?
was maybe a month or 2 ago.
month
Something like
when?
that. It broke down.
Yeah, we're good now.
Are you asking to use CARES funds, Mary? pay-
To refund
To reimburse that.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Is that, are we eligible for that?
I feel like if a dumpster can be involved.
Well, that's what I thought
I mean,
about it.
because, I mean, on the same philosophy, if we're buying more dumpsters because we're picking up more trash,
You have to have something to move that dumpster with, don't you?
doesn't that mean that our trash is used more?
That's good. Good
Can we
suggestion.
just follow up and find how much we paid on that?
Yeah.
Very good.
And then even, could we order parts for it?
I can't answer that. That's something that's gonna have to fall in.
Yeah, we'll have to follow up on that.
Preventative maintenance.
Yes, yeah.
I do have a great, Mary, I didn't mean to interrupt you. You're finished.
You still on CARES?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Kevin, can you verify that Beverly has reimbursed the general fund? I think it's 29,000 worth of credit card fees. Does that sound right? It's 20-some thousand worth of credit card fees that we absorbed since COVID, transaction fees. Right here in this month alone, it's $2,300 credit card service. And I've got that marked. Are we billing that toward CARES Act? I just can't remember the number. She had gotten us that, I think, in September, and I was thinking that it was in the 20,000 range. I just want to make sure that that's included in here because the town hasn't passed that expense to the customer. We've absorbed it.
Mm-hmm.
Just follow up with her.
I'll have to ask her about that.
The 22, if you look there on your sheet, it says reimbursement for discount, that's the $22,975.
Yeah, the last item.
was where she took money from the CARES Act and put back in the general fund.
Okay.
So that
Was that for the discount on the half of the base rate of the water bill?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Maybe that's from getting that $22,000.
Yeah.
So does that answer your question?
No, it doesn't. There's a fee for using a credit card,
Oh, that, okay.
and it's on the
The
second,
credit card
it's on the
fee.
second page of the preliminary summary register. It's $2,333.87. That's what we talked about,
Mhm.
billing that back toward CARES Act money. But also, we need to talk about at what point are we going to pass that on to the customer versus the town absorbing it? Is that not what that is?
No, these are our credit card uses. This is credit card, we've used credit card purchases. We've used a credit card to purchase things.
So that's not the fees we're being
No.
charged?
No,
Where is that?
I was thinking they waived those during COVID.
yeah, but he's wanting to
The
know.
town.
Town has to pay it.
Yeah, we paid it.
Mhm.
Oh, they didn't waive it with the town,
No.
the company?
No, that's the fees I'm looking for.
Okay.
Yeah, that's in another place.
Just,
I can get that for you.
just, if you don't care,
Yeah.
we can move on.
Okay, any other CARES funds discussion? Any other, is there any other group that we need to try to take care of to assist our citizens that we haven't addressed?
I would like, Kevin, when he speaks to Danny, just to see if there's anything else in the sanitation department that he can think of now that may be eligible funds, and just maybe worth an inquiry when he talks to them about everything else.
Okay.
Sounds good. Okay, everybody good through CARES funds? 10-minute recess.
How do you pour the clock?